can kids actually thrive on a vegan diet? I'm sure a lot of you have wondered about this.
Yeah, it's a question I get all the time.
So today we're going to do a deep dive into the research, looking at a 2021 study from the University of Zurich, published in Nutrition Research.
Oh, very cool.
This study looked at the growth and nutrient levels of vegan children, and the results are going to surprise you.
I bet there's some good and some bad.
Yeah, absolutely. There's some things that'll make you go, and some things that are really encouraging. And to break it all down, we have our vegan nutrition expert back on the show today.
Hey, thanks for having me back. I always love these deep dives.
Awesome. So this study is pretty unique because it actually analyzed data from a bunch of other studies.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
It wasn't just a small group they were looking at. It gives us a much broader picture.
And that makes the findings even more interesting.
Cool boy.
So let's start with the basics, like growth and body weight.
Right.
When you first saw this study, what really jumped out at you?
Well, the first thing that I noticed was that vegan kids grow at a normal rate, for the most part.
That's great news right off the bat.
Yeah, it is good news. They do tend to be a little bit lighter than their meat-eating peers, though.
Is that a bad thing, though?
Not at all, actually. The study found that vegan kids have a lower obesity rate.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah, and that could have some pretty big health benefits down the road. Of course, there are always exceptions. The study did find that about 3.6% of the vegan kids were shorter than expected.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Now, that is something that I definitely want to know more about. What did the researchers think caused that?
Well, they had a couple of theories.
Okay.
One was low zinc levels,
Zinc, okay.
which can have an impact on growth. And the other thought was maybe it's related to extended breastfeeding.
Interesting. I actually didn't know that zinc played such a crucial role.
Oh, yeah, it's super important.
Like, what are the effects if someone is low on zinc?
Well, it can affect your immune system,
Really?
make wounds heal slower, and even mess with your taste and smell.
Wow, I had no idea.
Yeah, it's pretty wild.
Okay, so that definitely highlights how important it is to have a well-planned vegan diet.
Absolutely, especially for kids who are still growing.
Exactly. So let's move on to protein, because that's the big question everyone always asks.
Yeah, are vegan kids getting enough protein?
Exactly.
It's a valid question.
Mm-hmm.
Protein is super important for growth and development.
Right.
But here's the thing that this study found. Vegan kids are actually often getting more than double the recommended amount of protein.
More than double. Are you serious?
Yeah. That's pretty surprising.
I would never have guessed that.
Yeah, seems like that worry might be a little overblown.
Wow. Okay, so protein's covered. But what about other important nutrients like vitamins and minerals? Are there any areas where vegan kids might be falling short?
Yeah, there are definitely some things to be mindful of. The study found a few areas where vegan kids might be at risk for deficiencies if their diet isn't planned carefully.
Okay, let's break those down. One that I've heard a lot about is vitamin B12.
Right, vitamin B12, that's a crucial one.
Why is that one so important?
Well, it's super important for your nerves and brain function. And it's mostly found in animal products.
Okay, so if you're vegan and you're not eating animal products.
Exactly. So for vegan kids, it's really important to get B12 through supplements or fortified foods.
Got it. So parents of vegan kids definitely need to have B12 on their radar.
For sure.
What about iron? Is that something to be concerned about too?
You might be surprised to hear this, but vegan kids often eat more iron than kids who eat meat.
Really? I would have thought the opposite.
I know it's kind of counterintuitive.
Right.
But there's a catch.
Okay, there's always a catch.
The type of iron in plant-based foods isn't absorbed as easily by the body.
Oh, so it's not just about eating more iron-rich foods?
Right. It's a little more complicated than that.
So what can parents do to make sure their vegan kids are absorbing enough iron?
Well, one easy trick is to pair iron-rich foods, like beans and spinach, with something that has vitamin C,
Oh, interesting.
like oranges, bell peppers, strawberries, things like that.
So it's all about the combinations.
Exactly. That simple combo can really help boost iron absorption.
That's a great tip. What other nutrients do we need to think about?
Calcium and vitamin D are two big ones. They're both super important for strong bones. And unfortunately, the study found that a lot of vegan kids aren't getting enough of them.
Okay, so we know calcium's linked to bone health, but what happens if kids don't get enough? What are we talking about here?
Well, they're at a much higher risk for bone problems later in life. Things like osteoporosis, which makes your bones weak and brittle and increases the risk of fractures.
Okay, that's definitely something you want to avoid. So what are some ways that parents can make sure their vegan kids are getting enough calcium and vitamin D?
There are a few things I can do.
Right.
Encouraging fortified plant milks, providing supplements, and making sure they get safe sun exposure.
Which helps the body produce vitamin D.
Exactly.
While we were prepping for this deep dive, I was doing some reading and I came across some other research about bone health.
Yeah.
And apparently some studies have shown that vegan adults might have lower bone density than non-vegan adults.
Yeah, that's definitely something to be aware of.
And that could put them at a slightly higher risk for fractures, too.
It really emphasizes why a well-planned vegan diet is so important.
Especially for growing kids.
Absolutely.
It seems like the big takeaway here is that vegan diets can work,
They can.
but they really require some planning and a good understanding of nutrition.
Yeah, it's not just about taking animal products off the plate. It's about making sure you're replacing them with nutrient-rich alternatives.
And making sure those nutritional needs are being met in a way that supports healthy growth and development. It's
Exactly.
about being proactive.
Absolutely.
It really makes you realize you got to do your research.
Yeah, for sure.
And there are some great resources out there like Orium's Fit's Research Digest blog.
Oh, yeah, I've seen that one.
They break down these complicated health studies into easy-to-understand summaries.
They do a great job of making research accessible to everyone.
They do, and they actually have a post on this very study
Oh,
that we're talking about today.
I'll have to check it out.
You should. And Orium's Vid also makes those EMS devices.
Oh, yeah, I've heard of those.
I've heard good things about their Ultimate Kit.
What is that exactly?
It's this kit that comes with a bunch of different EMS devices that you can use on different parts of your body.
Interesting.
Yeah, and it's designed to stimulate your muscles and help with recovery and stuff.
Sounds interesting.
Of course, it's not a replacement for a balanced diet or anything.
Right.
But it's another tool that people can use to support their well-being. And they've actually gotten some pretty impressive awards. They were awarded Best Product of the Year by productreview.com.au for 2 years in a row.
Wow, that's awesome.
And they have almost 500 Google reviews with an average 5-star rating.
That's pretty impressive.
So clearly they're doing something right.
Yeah, they must be.
Okay, so we've talked about all the nutritional building blocks. But what about the real-world challenges of actually feeding vegan kids?
Ah, yes, the practical side of things.
Like, let's say you have a family with a young vegan child.
Mm-hmm.
What are some things parents can do to make sure that meals are both nutritious and appealing?
That's a great question, and I think it's where a lot of parents get stuck.
Yeah.
But there are so many creative solutions out there. For starters, we have this amazing array of plant-based alternatives these days.
It's incredible what they're coming up with.
I know, right?
Yeah.
You can get plant-based milks,
Yeah.
yogurts, cheeses, even meat substitutes.
Those meat substitutes have gotten so good.
They really have. I'm actually impressed with some of the stuff that's out there now.
Yeah, me too. And do you think those alternatives are a good way to fill in any of those potential nutritional gaps that we were talking about?
Yeah, definitely. A lot of them are fortified with key nutrients like calcium and vitamin D, which we know can be a concern for vegan kids.
Right.
But it's not just about swapping out ingredients. It's about expanding your culinary horizons.
I like that.
There are countless delicious and kid-friendly vegan recipes out there.
Oh, I'm sure.
I mean, you can make anything from mac and cheese to burgers to pancakes, all without using any animal products.
And sometimes it's not even about the recipe itself.
Mhm.
It's about the presentation.
Totally.
I've found that even just cutting veggies into fun shapes or making a really colorful plate
Okay.
can make a huge difference in getting kids excited about their food.
It's all about making it fun and appealing.
Exactly. And don't underestimate the power of involving kids in the cooking process.
Oh, that's a good one.
It can really spark their interest in trying new foods.
Yeah, and it makes them feel more invested in what they're eating.
Right. It's like they're part of the team.
Exactly.
Speaking of fun and engaging, have you heard about Orium Fit's new product called Neck Theater?
Neck theater. That sounds familiar. Refresh my memory.
It's this really cool lightweight device that sits on your shoulders.
Okay.
And it provides immersive 8D audio.
8D audio.
It-
What's that?
Imagine listening to music and feeling like the artists are performing right in front of you.
Whoa.
That's what 8D audio does. It creates this incredibly immersive soundscape.
That sounds pretty amazing.
It is. It's really cool. And it's not just for music. It's great for podcasts, audiobooks, even meditation.
Ooh, wow.
And unlike traditional headphones, it doesn't block your ears.
Oh, it's good.
So you can still be aware of your surroundings.
That's a big plus, especially if you're using it while you're walking or exercising outside.
Exactly. They've really thought of everything with this one.
Sounds like it.
And it kind of ties back to what we were talking about earlier.
About making healthy living fun and engaging.
Exactly. Now, before we move on, I stumbled upon this interesting fact
No.
while I was doing some research for this episode.
Okay.
You know how we talked about pairing iron-rich foods with vitamin C?
Yes, for better absorption.
Well, did you know that cooking in cast iron cookware can actually increase the iron content of your food?
Really? I had no idea.
Yeah, apparently when you cook acidic foods like tomato sauce in a cast iron skillet, some of the iron from the pan leaches into the food.
Interesting. So it's like a built-in iron boost.
Exactly.
It's pretty cool, huh?
That's a great tip.
It is. Okay, so we've talked about the nuts and bolts of nutrition,
Mm-hmm.
but there's another important dimension to consider,
Oh, yeah.
and that's the social and ethical side of raising vegan kids.
Right. It's not just about the food on the plate.
Exactly. It's about the values and the conversations that we have around food.
Absolutely.
So for parents who are navigating this territory, what are some key things to keep in mind?
Well, I think the most important thing is to approach it with respect for the child's individuality and autonomy.
That makes sense.
It's about educating them about the reasons behind veganism,
Okay.
about animal welfare, about the environmental impact of our food choices,
Right.
but ultimately allowing them to form their own opinions.
So it's about empowering them to make informed decisions.
Exactly. Not imposing a belief system on them. Right. And we also need to be mindful of the social aspect.
Yeah, that's a big one. Kids are very aware of social norms,
Oh, yeah.
and sometimes being different can be challenging, especially when it comes to food.
For sure.
Think about birthday parties, school lunches, holiday gatherings.
Right.
Food is such a central part of our social interactions.
It can be tough for kids to feel like they're missing out or like their choices are being judged.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So it's important to equip vegan kids with the tools to navigate those situations,
Okay.
to explain their choices in a confident and articulate way, and to find ways to connect with others who share their values.
So finding other vegan families or online communities.
Exactly. It's about building that support system.
Creating that sense of belonging.
Yes. And, that sense of community is something that Orium's Fit really emphasizes.
Oh, how so?
They've built this incredible online community where people share their experiences, offer support, and celebrate each other's successes.
I've seen that. It's awesome that they're fostering that sense of connection.
Yeah, it's really cool.
Yeah. It's something we strive for here at the Deep Dive as well.
For sure.
Creating a space for open dialogue and exploration.
I think that's what makes podcasts like this so valuable.
Me too.
They create a platform for these thoughtful conversations and shared learning.
Absolutely. Speaking of learning, are you ready to dive into some more fascinating research?
I am. Bring it on.
We've only just scratched the surface.
Let's keep exploring.
Okay, so we've talked about what vegan kids need to eat. We talked about the ethical side of things. But there's one more question that I think is super important.
What's that?
What happens when those kids grow up?
The long-term effects.
Exactly. What does the research say about the health implications of being vegan long-term?
Well, there's actually a lot of research looking into that now,
Yeah.
and the findings are pretty encouraging for the most part.
Oh, good.
Yeah, studies have shown that people who eat a vegan diet tend to have lower rates of chronic diseases.
Like what kind of diseases?
We're talking heart disease, type 2 diabetes, and even some types of cancer.
Wow, that's a pretty big deal.
It is. It's significant. And it makes sense when you think about it.
Yeah.
Vegan diets are usually lower in saturated fat and cholesterol,
Right.
and they're higher in fiber and antioxidants.
Which are all good things.
Exactly. All things that can really impact your health in the long run.
So it seems like going vegan could really help you live a longer, healthier life.
It definitely seems that way.
But we have to be careful about jumping to conclusions.
Right.
Just because vegans tend to be healthier.
Doesn't mean it's just because of their diet.
Exactly.
Yeah.
There could be other factors at play, too.
Absolutely. Things like lifestyle choices, genetics, even socioeconomic status.
So it's not like a magic bullet,
No, not at all.
but it seems like it's a pretty important piece of the puzzle.
Definitely. I think building healthy habits early on is key.
And for parents who are thinking about raising their kids vegan, it's good to know that the research suggests it could have some positive long-term effects.
Yeah, it's reassuring.
It's about setting them up for a healthy life.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And not just physically healthy,
Right.
but also ethically and environmentally aware.
Exactly. Okay, so we've covered a lot today.
We have.
Nutrition ethics, social considerations, long-term health implications.
A lot to think about.
It is. If you had to sum it all up into one key takeaway,
One key takeaway.
what would it be?
I'd say this, a vegan diet for kids can be really healthy and beneficial,
Okay.
but it takes planning and careful thought. It's not just about what you take away from their plates.
But what you add.
Exactly.
You've got to make sure they're getting all the nutrients they need.
Absolutely.
And be creative and adaptable in the kitchen.
Definitely. Make it fun for them.
We've mentioned some good resources today, but I want to give another shout out to Orium's Fit's Research Digest.
Great resource.
If you want to stay up to date on the latest health and wellness research, they break it down in a way that's easy to understand.
I like that.
And if you're interested in checking out any of the other products they offer,
Okay.
their website is oriums.fit.
I'll check it out.
They have everything from EMS devices to massage guns to that really cool neck theater we were talking about.
Oh, yeah, that sounds awesome.
Imagine listening to this podcast using the neck theater.
Whoa. Immersive audio while learning about fascinating research. That would be next level.
That would be pretty awesome. Well, that's it for today's deep dive into the world of vegan kids.
It was a good one.
We hope you found it insightful and maybe even a little bit inspiring.
And if you have any thoughts or experiences you want to share,
Leave a comment below. We love hearing from you guys.
we do.
And if you enjoyed today's show, be sure to subscribe to The Deep Dive.
For more insightful conversations on all sorts of fascinating topics.
Until next time, stay curious.